What's up? What's up? I had to make a little potty stop. You know, had to go do my thing. So anyway, yeah, I kind of lost track of time a little bit too. Last night I decided, like at 10, 11 o'clock at night, to break out this old camera. This thing's old. This is like an ancient artifact. And I was going through, old tapes, see what I could find. Anything. And I found old Dr. Giggles shows. I found when Jeremy and Devin were little babies. And Luco's going to bring me the mini DV one because my DV camera busted. So I don't know if I got amusement park stuff on this stuff. So there's somebody's birthday. There's all kinds of stuff. I had this desk all nice and clean, and now it's a mess. It's a mess. So and then I looked at the time. I was like, oh crap! I gotta get going here. So anyway, so with that, and it's funny. What's up, Theme Park New England, Monkey Master, John, and Infinite Coasters? What's up, everybody that's watching out there at TV Land? One thing I wanted to let everybody know that I was looking at the subscriber list, and we're almost at 500, and I'm actually happy about that. I'd like to be at 1,000, but we're almost at I think we're at 451. So we need 49 more, and we hit 500. Yeah, we're going to talk about the Carowinds Coast. That's on the list of news that I got. So anyway, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. We're trying to get to 500. And then just share any video you see just to get people to get in here to, check it out. If they like it, they can subscribe. I just don't want people to subscribe just to subscribe. I want people that are actually going to get that actually want to enjoy it. I don't want to force it down everybody's throat and be like, just subscribe to subscribe and be a dead guy and not what. There's no point in that. So if, tell a friend, tell a tree, tell a Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. And yes, cassettes are an ancient object. That's why, and a lot of them actually have snapped. A lot of the, what do you call it? A lot of the tapes have snapped. And I've been taking them apart and redoing them. Taping them up, and that's the whole point. They're all old, and they need to get, taped up real quick, get the information off, and get them on the computer before. So that way, once I get it done, I got a pile of ones that are done, and then I'm going to chuck them out. And, as long as I go through them and get rid of them. So this weekend, Lake Compounds and Canopy Lake both open. Also this weekend, as you saw in the title, Wooden Warrior Day. So myself and Jessica and Danielle and Jimmy and Jimmy's daughter and my kids and Alyssa and Luca, we're all going to go to Wooden Warrior Day. And then after we've had our fill with Quasi, we're going to hop on over to Lake Compounds. Plus I got to get my passes processed and get that done and then see what happens. So we're gonna get to both parks on Saturday. It's gonna be crazy. It's like whoop 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 whoop. You have an update on Canopy Lake's new water park, and what is that update? Because not that I'm probably I may go in it. I don't know. If I'm only going there once, then I probably won't. And hopefully everybody go flock over there so I can go ride the rides, and that'll be great. But I'm glad that they're doing it. I mean, I'd rather have rides than water park, but I get it. That's like the new thing with, parks. Well, it's not just a new thing, but it seems to be a point of push it because people love water parks. People will, it's hot. Some people don't necessarily want to sit in a line. Some people don't want to ride a flume ride or a big, what I call splash boat, like the Boston Tea Party. It can't be like people sometimes just don't want to ride those things because, well, you don't want to be walking around in clothes soaked. So you got to find the balance. And I don't know what that balance is, so I think that's the correct balance with the water parks because, in the summertime, what I do is I spend half of my amusement park day in a water park. I get out, and then I go bring all the wet crap to the car, and then I, Then I go back in the park. I'm cooled down. Sometimes I just start sweating again. Depends on the day. But yeah, I mean, I get it. And for Canopy, that's something they need because what they had before just really wasn't enough, so to speak. It wasn't really enough what they needed, enough what they wanted, and now they're getting what they wanted. So that's good. I mean, if everybody's seen all the artwork that's been flying around the internet, and everybody knows what they're getting, so I guess for them it's cool. Like it's like a cool little thing. They got the slides, they got the lazy river, they got the wave pool, and they got that stuff. So it'll be a good fit for them. I think anyway. I forgot to print out. It was so busy at work today that I forgot to print out my news, so I got to put it on my phone because I got it there. Remember, Canopy Lake used to have in front of the park. I heard about Canopy Lake having the swimming pool in front of the park. I'm not sure. Oh, Jesus. Let's see. I agree, Coaster Box. I had a very interesting and thrilling ride on Maverick and don't like Dorney, but the only big thing that's happened in 4 years is removals and dodgems. Yeah, I've been saying this for a while that they get the what do you call it? They always get the crap end of the stick, and I don't like that personally. But I just don't know why. I don't know why Cedar Fair won't invest in Dorney Park. I have no idea. Like, they're dumping money in King's Dominion. They're dumping money into Carowinds. They're dumping money into Cedar Fair. They're dumping money into the one out over by San Francisco there, the California America. They're just dumping money in these parks. Kings Island's getting it. And there's a few parks that just get nothing. And it's kind of sad because Dorney has the potential, if they have the correct ride selection, to be really good. I mean, they got a decent water park. I've been in it. Wait, does the shirt have stats for Oasis? Yes, it does. It's 225,282 gross tonnage, 1,186.5 foot length, 22.6 knots, 18 passenger decks, 213 foot max beam, 5,400 guests. Oasis. I have the other shirt like this for Anthem, too. All right, so here's the news. IceJet is new. Technically, it came out the end of last year, so I don't know if you want to say new for 2017 or new for 2018. It's still a new ride, and I rode it, and I like it. It's a different type of cycle than I'm used to. Just how, it's going frontwards, backwards, frontwards, back. I like it. It's different. And I agree. Dorney Park is a cute little park. And I don't know. I hope that there's something big in the plans for Dorney Park. I mean, where the park is located, it's centrally located in that area with a lot of people. So I think they should be beefing that up. I can understand if you get a park out in the middle of nothing, and you don't really want to put it, invest too much. It's kind of like Great Escape for Six Flags. They don't invest a ton because they're not going to get the return on investment. I think Dorney would get the return on investment if they built the correct attractions, but that's just me. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of obstacles in the way of doing things. I really think that they can invest. I mean, every time I've been to Dorney Park, it's been packed. I've never been to Dorney Park and it'd be dead. I've never seen that happen. And I've gone different times of the year, different, I don't think that's the case. I don't know what the case is. I'd like to know. I believe they bought land like a few years ago, and maybe they're going to expand on that. I was thinking about going to Six Flags on Sunday, but I got to go play chicken hunting and go kill some chickens. I got to go kill like 6 roosters or something. I don't know why they think I'm like they think maybe I'm the crazy guy to go kill them. My brother has too many roosters, so they have to be killed. Because, they're not going to be killing, like, thrown away. They're going to be eaten, but we can have Joshy fried chicken. How about that? All right, so we'll start with some news. Did you hear about the recent Six Flags earnings call? Yeah, we briefly talked about that last week, but it looks like they had a good quarter. I heard Cedar Fair had a pretty good quarter, too. I mean, it's good. I mean, based off of what it said in the earnings call, uh, they were up revenue wise. They were up. What do you call it? Guests in, and I mean, obviously with the help of uh, Magic Mountain being open 365 days. Mexico was open in the first quarter, and so they had the water park. They had the what do you call it? Six Flags Mexico, and jeez, I'm so tired. I feel like killing myself. Not literally, but like work and staying up late and doing things. But so it looks like Six Flags is doing good. So we'll see. I mean, obviously the big quarters are going to be the third and the fourth quarter. Those are going to be big. Yeah, Six Flags wants to stop buying up little parks again so that they can have more properties and do what they did before. It can be a blessing or a curse. We all know that they had parks before, but that was during, when they were going crazy, and then they went into bankruptcy. So if they're going to do it, they got to do it right. They can't just do it. Yeah, I mean, when you look at Dorney Park, it has a pretty decent layout, but they, like I really think the mouse should go. There's too many like restrictions for people to ride, like only 2 adults, and it makes the line really long. And I mean Hydra, I mean it's got the one trick pony with the JoJo roll coming out of the station, but it's still all right. It's not anything mind blowing, but it's still I still enjoy riding it. And they have the free fall, which kind of brings me back to my days of Rocky Point because they had that same type of free fall there. They have a whole slew of great flat rides. They got train rides. They got a few good coasters in there, and they got a decent water park. I feel they need to. They should. I agree. They should add a Raptor or another Woody, and that would be great. You heard from people that Steel Vengeance is better than Fury 325. This tape that's broken is better than Fury 325, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, but I really feel that Dorney needs to get some help. I don't know how they go about getting them what they need, but they really need to. They need some love. They really need some love. I don't think it's right that you own a park and you don't invest. Like, what's the point of owning it if you're not going to invest in it? I mean, maybe maybe it's because the numbers are down, and they don't. What do you call it? They don't feel that they would get the return on investment. But it's kind of like the movie, what the hell is it? Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. If you keep putting in good new attractions, they will come. If you stop, that's how it works. I only rode that Wild Mouse once, and hey, what's up, Nelson? I only rode that Wild Mouse once, and the line takes forever, and I'm not sure why the restrictions are there for what do you call it? For how many adults and kids and this, that, and the other. I don't know why there's that like crazy restriction going on. I would love to know like why. Like why is there a restriction like that? I can't see a reason why. I really don't know. I want to know the reason. But yeah, the free fall from Rocky Point was awesome. That's why like when I go to Dorney, that's one of the I practically run to that ride. I ride the coaster. The coaster's in the front there, and then right to the free fall. Matter of fact, I got to get my kids there before they end up ripping that free fall out, so they can experience that. It's not the one from Rocky Point, but what do you call it? It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing, which is awesome, and I need to go ride that. And I think, speaking of Rocky Point, there is. I posted on SFNEOnline's Facebook, and I believe it's May 10th, but I'm going to look real quick. Hang on. Where are you? It is... I got to click this thing. On it. May 10th at the Rhode Island Historical Society Midway Memories Gala. If you go to springforwardthinkback.com, you can buy tickets. And you can get all the information of where this place is. But there is going to be uh, a redone House of Horrors car from the haunted house, and so you can see it. So there was a kid that got a hold of the cars and refurbished it, made it look brand new, and I don't think they're gonna let you sit in it because I saw signs around some pictures of it like please don't sit in the car. So they might not let you sit in it. I mean, I would have loved to get my hands on one of these cars. I mean, I would pay money for it. I would definitely, even the beat up ones, and then I would restore it. I would totally do it. I would love it. Matter of fact, I would move my studio purposely to a spot where I could fit that, and that would be where I do my show from, the Rocky Point car, if I could get one. Probably never going to happen, but that's what I would do. I'd like to get a bumper car, too. I would do that with a bumper car. I would do a show from a bumper car the whole time. But anyway, so you can go see that. You know, I'm always trying to find Rocky Point memorabilia, and I just can't find any anywhere I go. You know, from legit, like nobody wants to let that stuff go, and I understand it because I would never let it go either. So it's neither here nor there. But I want to click on this thing. So let's see what the deal is. Whoa, what? All right, so listen to this. This is an expensive ticket. This is crazy. All tickets include food, drink, exhibit entry, and entertainment. Patron tickets are $150 and include a 5:30 p.m. VIP reception with processos, small bites, sneak peeks, and exclusive access. General admission is just $50 per person with a 6:30 p.m. entrance. It says all proceeds benefit the RAHS mission to remember, interpret, honor, and share Rhode Island histories and thoughts. Blah blah blah. So if you want to go do that and let's click the event program. No, there's nothing really. I guess they're gonna leave more. There's auction, silent auction. What's on the silent auction? What's in the auction? I want to know what's in the auction. You better show me what's in the auction. I want to have to look more into this and see what they got. A visit to the Spring Lake. Oh, this is from the blog that they got. I don't know. It's just crazy of like cool things, I guess. Whoa. Yeah, I saw that. September, there's a 3-day event, Rocky Point, with rides and car shows and stuff. I wish I could have got something. Log flume, something. Yeah, House of Horrors was awesome. 2-story dock ride. It was crazy. Yes, John, I do as well. Miss the grease smell from the House of Horrors. But if you want that, John, go to Six Flags Great Adventure in Jersey and go ride Skull Mountain as soon as you start going up the lift hill. And then when it goes to the part where you can see outside, you can smell that grease. Same exact smell. And it's awesome. And I love it. Exactly. I'm reading the comments. Lindsay Yale Entertainment says, if you remove it, they will leave. The opposite, if you build it, they will come. You know, so Dorney needs to do something. And I think what I'm going to start doing at some point, maybe in a couple weeks, because this month is going to be strange. Guys, there's a roller coaster theme to dog fart. Yes, dog fart. I've heard about that. There may be, and I've gone to R1 go-karting. I've done that. It's awesome. If you haven't done it, go do it because it's awesome. There may be a week or two this month that there is no show only because I'm having some dentist work done. And I think one of the weeks is on a Thursday, and they're pulling a couple of the broken teeth out that I've been trying to get fixed so I can get whatever done. And I know I'm not going to be able to do the show on that Thursday. I just know it's not going to happen. So, you know, and yeah, so I'll let you know. I may have to pull a Monday night show or something before it because, you know, Tuesday's me and Jessica night, and then Wednesday's my pinball night. And, you know, so I don't know. We'll see when it comes time. I'll let you know soon. I gotta look at the work calendar because that's where it's all written down on. But yeah, no, R1 karting is awesome. Way better than Seaconks. Uh, so I did it. You know, Luco, my brother, took me out for my birthday when we had that surprise birthday party in February for me, and we did the R1 karting, and it was awesome. We did 3 races. It was really cool as hell, and if you haven't been there, if you live near there, and you want, I would totally go check out the R1 karting. Plus, they changed the layout of the track now, because it used to just be the adult track, and then I got an email not too long after I went, sometime in February, March. What do you call it? That what they do now is they limited the amount of time that the kids can use the little kiddie track, and now they utilize the kiddie track and the adult track at R1 and make it one big track. And I actually want to do you can rent the place, you know, for a race or whatever at some point. I think it's like $125 or something, and you can get a minimum of 8 people. It's like $125 each, and you get all, you know, you get a full race, you get a qualifier, you get a heat race, something. You know, you get a whole bunch of stuff, and then you can win, you know, podium if you win. You know, the top 3 get podium, you know, stuff like that. So I'm thinking about doing that, and yeah, R1 karting's in Lincoln, not Smithfield, but it's really near the Smithfield line. It's really close. It's really close to Pawtucket and Smithfield, depending upon which way. I am going to Wooden Warrior Day and Lake Compounds all in the same day. I am definitely going to do that myself. So I will be at Lake Compounds later on in the in the afternoon, and I will be doing that. Yeah, it's definitely going to be fun because I know a bunch of people that want to do it, and instead of having just like random people that I don't know, that we can just, you know. Matter of fact, it's like the R1 karting is like diagonal across the street from a funeral home. Like the road that you turn down to go down the hill to get to R1 karting is like diagonal from a. And that funeral home used to be Lincoln Bowling Alley, so they turned a bowling alley into a funeral home. And I went there if somebody died. Who the hell died? Somebody died, and I went there. I don't remember who died recently. Well, like last year. Who the hell died? Oh, you know what? I think it was. Oh, you know what? It was my friend Phil's grandfather that died, and that's where the funeral was. That's what the wake was. That's where it was. I had to think about that. Yeah, because what I want to do is that when I decide, when I decide that I'm, when I can find a time to do it, I'll make sure I got enough time set up so that we can get a bunch of people, and I want to see what the ability for us to record it. If we can get a bunch of even GoPros around somewhere strapped down that we can see along the track, and also if we can somehow get a GoPro attached to the back and the front of the go-kart. I'd like to talk to him about it, see if that can be done. I'm sure it can be done, but I like to be like, look, this is what we do. We got SFNEOnline, and we do that. Can we please do this? And maybe if I can get down there early enough to set it all up before we do it, and then just hit record. I'll bring a bunch of batteries and what do you call it? SD cards, and just roll with it. It'll be cool. It'll be cool. I mean, that'd be fun. Because I don't know what the max is, but if we can get enough people to be able to do it, that would be cool. I mean, I know it's not an amusement park, but I think if we got together and we did it, I know it's a bit pricey, because normally it's like, what, $25, $30 a race? And so you're getting like a longer race, you're getting a qualifier, you're getting some other heat race or something. And then if you win, you could get on the podium and whatever. I don't know if Kerplash is open. I need to find out if it's going to open. I didn't see it on a park map, but I haven't looked recently. So we'll have to find out about that. I'm going to email the park and ask them about Kerplash. See what they got to say. You never know. JJ went back to the Seacon Grand Prix. A couple days ago, they removed the Q on the family track. So what does SD stand for? For what? What in particular? I know we're bouncing around, so I don't know what the SD mean. Where you're seeing SD? It could be standard definition. Oh, SD, probably SD cards. The, SD cards. What the hell do I do with them? I don't even know what it means. I can tell you right now. Scan disk. No. They call them something drive. Yeah, SD card, yeah. I never knew what the meaning of an SD meant. Standard definition. I mean, there's a company ScanDisk, but it also says it on Lexa, PNY. I've got a lot of ScanDisks. I mean, I got a whole... And then there's SD cards under SD cards, because I kind of categorized them together. I still got slots to add more. And I can still add more in the thing. So we're going to... I'm telling you, there's a lot of crap. And then... This thing may now rest in peace is... This thing died while I was on a cruise. I should probably take the battery out, see if it works. I went out and I bought a new camera. I wonder if it works. But anyway, so I went and I replaced it. Luco, you'll be proud. I went and replaced it with this, the 5, or whatever the hell it is. But I got the new one to replace that one. So... I gotta have my underwater camera, so when I go do water park stuff, I gotta have it. I mean, I have the GoPro, but I don't know. For some reason, you see with the GoPro, you can't really zoom. Yep, a briefcase of SD cards, and I love it. Can't really zoom, and then, this camera has some cool, effects you could take with, certain shots you want to take. So I find this better than a GoPro. GoPros are good for certain things. Like if you want to put it on a roller coaster, or... you film it in your car, hands-free. There's a lot of things that you could do for that. All right, well, like I was saying before, what I want to do is I want to start doing throwbacks to defunct parks. So I'm going to start, I don't know when it's going to start, but I definitely want to do throwbacks to parks, like Rocky Point, Lincoln Park, and just go on and on. If I can find some video... find some just little things. I mean, I don't want to make a whole show dedicated to it, but a little segment. Or maybe I'll make a video about it, and then we could talk about it. It's just something I'm thinking about doing with everything. And you know what? I haven't even started any of the news, which is great. It's just, I love when people, get into this and we just start talking, and it's great, and the show just has no flow, no rhyme or reason. We just go. All right, so let's start with the news. I'd like to get this over with. See, for my birthday, I got a Bell and Howell DV200 HD camera. I have no idea what that is. Is it any good? I don't know. I got so many cameras all over the place. I got 2 camera bags. I got my backpack, my laptop backpack. But I love my new camera backpack. I can fit my mirrorless camera. I can fit my camcorder, my laptop, every cord and battery and accessory that I could ever need. Luca, there's always stuff to buy at Best Buy. What I want to do, because I hate waiting. What do you call it? Waiting for somebody to help me because they're all dumb over there. So I ordered it online, and then I went and I picked it up. So that way I didn't have to go in the store. I knew what I wanted. So that's what I did. I got the new camera. I haven't tried it out yet. I got to put an SD card in it. So, anyway, Fun Spot Orlando. They have, they installed the, what do they call it? Headrush 360 down at Fun Spot Orlando. They did take out the paratrooper. The paratrooper got sent off to the park that they bought up in Georgia. And I saw today the layout of the go-kart track that they're building in Georgia. And I got to say, it's what do you call it? I'm impressed. I'm impressed. It's big, it's long, it's got drops, it's got helixes. I like what Fun Spot does with their go karts. I'm a huge fan. Are they R1 go karts by any means? No, but uh, you know, I like it. So I'm actually anxious and excited to see what Fun Spot does with this Georgia park. So they're gonna build it up and make it cool, and so we'll have to see what happens. No, Edaville is in Mass, and it's like 45 minutes from my house, which is nice. 45, 50 minutes, depending upon traffic. So, I mean, that could technically be my home park because that's probably the closest one to me. But it's in the arsenal of home parks that are around me. I figure anything under 2 hours for me is a home park. So, if it's like a quick ride over and quick ride back, it's a home park. So that's why I like the arsenal. Six Flags New England, Canopy Lake Compounds. You got Edaville. What else is around? Quasi I can get to in about 2 hours or less. So there's places I can get to that are really good to, go enjoy. I like it. All right, so, oh, God, why did it do that? Gotta reopen it. Anyway, so, what's next? Carowinds. Somebody was talking about the new rumor about the coaster that's potentially going in for 2019. Because we all know they're building the hotels. And so it looks like it's one of those, the launched mega coasters or whatever they're calling it, by Mac. I guess similar to Blue Flyer, if I'm hearing correctly. The rumors around the Campfire. And so, yeah, I'd be interested to see what it does. What they actually put in. I mean, nobody knows for sure. There's nothing I haven't seen anything concrete that says, yes, this is happening. But something's coming. And from what I heard, where they think that it may be, yeah, Atlantic Beach Park in Wesley. I can't even consider that a park. That's like a little carnival in the parking lot for the summer. There's like four or five rides there. But I did ride the coaster. I have been there. I've been there once. So I got to check it out. It's not something I would run back to. I hate to say it. But anyway, so the rumored area is basically where Thunder Road was in Carowinds. And it looks like it'll be, running around over by where Plants vs. Zombies is, where the SpongeBob ride used to be. And and I believe they're demolishing some like kiddie water park thing. And so it looks like, what is OBS Studios? Download OBS Studios. What's that? So also, yeah, so the room around is around that area with Thunder Road, a little kiddie water park, and, flipping around through the park. And so that's the rumor for right now. It'd be interesting to see if that does in fact come. It seems like Mac is on a tear now with getting more rides coming out. So it's really a great time to be alive when you can see all these different roller coaster manufacturers and people just putting out rides, parks buying them up, and it's great. And I like that. I like that about in today's world. I mean, when I was a kid, we had like the classics that that a lot of the rides are gone. But I wish some of those, like I say all the time, I really wish some of these companies would go back to the drawing board and bring back some of these classics. Obviously, you got to make them, up to today's safety standards, and I get that. OBS Studios is to make your live streams look more professional. I'll have to check it out. I'm always looking for stuff to do it. I mean, I use Wirecast, and there's a lot I can do. And like I said last week, I don't know how many of you watched last week when I said things are going to be changing studio-wise. I mean, right now you see the pinballs, and it's not really what I would want to call it like a roller coaster-esque type of studio show thing. So it's all going to be eventually changing. And as we, I want to sit down with Luco and everybody, and I want to sit there and I want to design a cool studio. Because like I said last week, that at some point I am going to move back home. And, then I got to take care of my parents and all that stuff. And, But when we build the addition, I want to build a studio. Now, I don't know if that's going to be in the basement. I don't know if it's part of the main house. But I'm going to build a studio that's just legit for the Grove Show and all my video, all the video editing and stuff. And that way, everything's always, nothing's ever uniform. Nothing's always together. I got, bags and stuff everywhere. And I don't like that. I want to have it organized. So that's, there's a lot of things. So you're going to start seeing over the next couple of years, things change. And the computer that I have was built by Luco. I had Luco go through, and because I had a all-in-one computer, and it sucked, and it couldn't do it, and then it was just kind of like telling me to go pound sand, and it wasn't working. It just would just like lag like hell when I was trying to edit. It couldn't handle editing, nothing. All right, yeah. So yeah, Luco can tell you exactly what I got because I don't know. When it comes to all these pieces, I'm an idiot. I don't know nothing. That's why I said Luco is my computer nerd. And anytime with any computer or anything, I go, Luco, help. So, like I said, I don't know nothing. So that's why with all this stuff, I've invested a lot to make sure that I try to put on the best show. I know this view that you see, I don't know how many people love it. They hate it. I don't know. But, yeah. We're going to try different things and try to make things work. And like I said, it's going to be an ongoing change, especially like when it comes down to when I finally move. I mean, everything that we designed in the new studio, I can't believe I'm going to be like within the next 2 years packing up and moving again. I just did this. Remember when I was in the garage at the other place? I like the view better than the back wall of the garage. I agree. But remember, when we build the new Grove Show studio, it's going to be designed in a way that's cool, and it's not going to be like looking at a blank wall or whatever. It's going to be cool. It's going to look cool. But the studio is going to be big enough so that I can flip-flop, and then in the middle, we were live at 8:30, but I'm live, and you're there. So in between, I can do the editing, and on each side is going to be 2 sets. And depending upon how big I make it, it could be 3 sets. Because like I told you, I'm thinking about doing Patreon. People have asked me to do it. I might dibble and dabble and try it and see how good it does. If it doesn't, get rid of it. It might be just another avenue just to get the word out and see what happens. But this is always going to be here. Don't ever think that this is going to leave. This is always going to be here. Hopefully, like when I die, that somebody, like my kids or somebody else takes over. I want to be like Costa Grandpa and be doing this stuff and be like, oh, you stupid little kids, and wave a cane or something at people. I think it would be funny. But that's just me. I would dig it. I don't know. I don't know how many people would want to see like old people going, I ride a roller coaster and I slap you with my cane. That's how I envision I would be old with a cane, talking about amusement parks and stuff. But that's just me. But yeah, so this whole thing is going to evolve. It's just going to be cool, and that's why before it gets built, it's going to be designed, and then we're going to design how it is, and one set is going to be just a Grove Show because I don't want it to be the same. Because if it's the same, why have different? And then one's going to be, like I said, one's going to be set up like a night show, like a late night talk show kind of thing. But that want to be recorded, not live. We'll have guests on it, and we'll have fun. And then we're going to do which I want to start doing soon, the podcasting. Well, there you go. Patreon is a crowdfunding service. There you go. Yeah, I could be Dirty Grandpa or Grandpa Simpsons. Yeah, so if I could do some stuff that's just exclusive to Patreon, and then help that could be the way to what do you call it? It could be a way to pay for all this ridiculous priced equipment that I buy. But hey, I do it because it's fun. Like I said, I'm always trying to make the best stuff that I can for you guys. The next thing I want to do is I'd like to find 4K webcams or something. I want to upgrade the cameras. I think the quality of the webcams are good. But I want, ones that can rotate and stuff and do cool things. I think it'd be cool. There's always an ever evolving thing. I don't know. It's just gonna grow, and there's just gonna be all kinds of experimental stuff that comes out of here that hopefully you guys like. If not, we'll learn the hard way. All right. So we talked about Fun Spot. We talked about Carowinds. Busch Gardens Tampa, for all you beer drinkers out there. The return of free beer is upon us. Each paid admission will come with 2 free 7-ounce beers during the summer. It started on Tuesday, and it runs until August 5th. So, Busch Gardens Tampa, 2 free beers. I guess they got a beer pass for like $79, and you can get, and then refills $5 or something. Pinball is probably going to be tough on a cruise ship. It's not a robot. It's Clorox bleach, and that's one of those trolls that comes around. And then it being funny, because that person comes in here, whoever that is, and I think it's like one of Devin's friends or Jeremy's friends or something, is just coming in and busting chops. So we just let them do their... I mean, if somebody wants to translate that, we can find out what they're saying. It could be funny. I don't know. It could be stupid. But so if you want free beer, check that out. As for pinball on a cruise ship, it's going to be tough. They have a pool table, but it's got like this gimbal on it. So, I mean, they probably could do it with a pinball, but I don't think they would want to spend... I mean, they might. I don't know. It's something I would like to ask the cruise ships. Say, hey, what about putting a pinball machine? You know? Yeah, I use Power Director for editing. I am gonna, I want to get other things. I mean, I'm starting to slowly get the hang of using Power Director, and I've been watching. I don't know how many people use Power Director that watch this. There's a YouTube channel called Power Director University, and there's this guy that teaches you all kinds of editing tricks and tips, and I've been watching how he does stuff because I want to incorporate into the videos that I put out some more better editing. Like I saw some cool flash thing, and then I want to try and film some stuff on Saturday during Wooden Warrior to utilize that. So I'm just going to film a bunch of stuff, and then, when I come back to edit it, it'll be cool. And see what I can do. I like watching that guy because he tells you step by step, shows you how to do it. And then, I learned a lot of stuff because, like the video that I made at Devon with the eating compilation, cool. Well, I will see you later, Nelson. Have fun. Glad you joined us. See you when you come back. But like I was saying, the video that I made for my son Devin eating on the cruise, I used different effects. I made it, like food going in, out, and then, swirly things and all kinds of different things. I put different things in slow motion or fast or whatever. And I learned a bunch of stuff from watching those videos on how to edit certain stuff. Because, I try to think, I'm like, how do I do this? How do I, my brain. So the videos, editing-wise, will get better and better, is what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to make it so you guys be like, oh, that was pretty cool. I'll be like, oh, that's stupid. I don't do that no more. All right, so Universal Orlando. Now, we've all been talking about Nintendo Land, right? Everybody's been, that's been the thing. First we heard Nintendo Land's going over by E.T., with that Barney and whatever. I bought, for Power Director, I got which one did I get, Luco? I got the Super Duper Deluxe 6, 9, whatever the hell it is, that comes with all the photo editing and audio editing and whatever, screen capture stuff. What is it? Wave editor, photo director. There's like color director, audio director. There's all kinds of cool stuff with it. So there was a sale on it, and I paid like, I don't know, $50, $60 for it. So I've been learning a lot. Oh yeah, so what the hell was I talking about? Oh, yeah, Nintendo Land, and the plans leaked out about having Mario Kart, and having a Donkey Kong ride, a Zelda ride, so on and so forth. And then it was like, oh, it's not going to be that complex, and they're going to move some of the stuff to the new park, and then they were going to scrap that, and then they were going to put Pokemon over, in that area over there, and then now it looks like the whole Nintendo Land in that area looks like it's getting scrapped, and it's going to go into the rumored new park opening. And in that spot over where, by ET there, the Kid Zone is supposed to. I don't know how I feel about this, but Trolls. They had a movie. They said the movie made like 300 and something million. I guess it wasn't blockbuster. I guess everybody's getting. Excuse me. In terms of like movies, and the movies making like, tons of money. When to hit 100 million used to be like a hard thing in the theater, and now if you look at like Avengers and you look at Star Wars and you look at all these other movies, they're making billions now instead of like 100 million. So I guess in terms of a cartoon for kids, and 300 and something $1 million wasn't considered a hit, which is kind of weird to me. And so I don't know how many people care about Trolls enough to put that in there. So I don't know. I mean, if kids today, young kids love Trolls, then by all means, do what you got to do. I mean, I would go check it out. I don't necessarily think I would enjoy it, because I don't really care about Trolls. I just remember, speaking of Trolls, I got a very, very quick story for you about a troll. Now, I don't know how many of you remember the toys from back in the day, the Trolls. With the fluffy hair, there's one, matter of fact, inside the pinball machine of Roller Coaster Tycoon. But there's, the Trolls. My brother used to collect the more manlier of the Trolls. When he was little, I'm talking little, not, he had them. I don't know if somebody gave them to him or he wanted them, regardless. One time, we went to my cousin's house, and me and my cousin stole his troll, put it in the freezer, and hid it on him. And then he woke my aunt up in the middle of the night, all pissed off that we took his troll, and then we made them go look outside for it, but it was in the freezer the whole time. And then when they found out that it was in the freezer, and the troll was frozen, and yeah, my aunt was pissed because it was like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning. She's outside with a flashlight looking for a little toy that was in the freezer the whole time. So we got yelled at. We got in trouble, but it was funny. It was worth it. I wish I had a cell phone back then to record that. I would have had that on YouTube back in the day, or Facebook, whatever would have been around back then. I don't even think we had cell phones back then when that happened. That's how long ago it was. So yeah. So it looks like Nintendo Land is going to be over at the new park, along with whatever else. And it looks like, Trolls will be in that area. Yeah, I really thought Trolls would have been made more money. I don't think I bought the movie for the kids. The kids probably were like, I don't want Trolls. I did, if you remember, in December when I went on the cruise, they had 2 of the troll characters there, and me and Jessica took pictures with the trolls. And they said the toys, though, are selling through the roof. It's not necessarily the movie, but the toys are like doing crazy money. So that's probably why they're doing it. I don't know. It's tough to find something, for kids, because by the time they build an attraction for kids are already on to the next big thing. So you got to try and think ahead, or find a property for kids that kids know and kids love, and then put it there. So that's really a tough one. Like Nintendo Land would have been probably reign supreme there, but it would have been small. I don't think that area would have been as big as people would have liked it to be, and probably would have been disappointed. So it's going to move over to the main 4th park, whatever you want to call it, if you consider, a Volcano Bay. So, what else did I put here? SeaWorld announced, was that yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Sesame Street Land there is going to open spring 2019, because they already closed the Shamu Express, and so that's going to be done. And I really think it's really a smart move at this point in time to make the push for Sesame Street in their park, since they have the deal. They have the Sesame Street Park. They have them, in Busch Gardens. So I think it's a good idea to pimp it out at SeaWorld, because it looks like, if you think about it, it looks like they're starting the process of eliminating the whole killer whale thing. You got Shamu, Happy Harbor, that's gone. It's going to be Sesame Street. Florida is working on a law in their Congress to basically end the the killer whale. What do you call it? Shows. They have to be for. They can only be for educational purposes, and I think they gave them till like 2020 or 22. That's the language inside the bill that hasn't been voted on yet, but that's the bill that's going around. So SeaWorld Orlando's probably going to have to start. The plans that they had, like I don't know, 3-4 years ago, about making their environments bigger, and unfortunately, they're going to have to do something about that, and they need to get away from the whole Shamu thing. I know it's stupid. I don't support that idea. I love what they had. They just need to. It's like rebranding themselves. They're gonna have to do, like I said, like I wish I could have been, picked for CEO, because my plan would have been to rebrand it, take out that killer whale, anything to do with a killer whale, except you have your, the killer whale's environment made bigger, and entertainment educational purpose. Put the focus, rebranded, remodeled on the emphasis on animal rescue. Retheme rides, retheme areas based on that, and roll with it. Orlando really needs a lot of. I love going to SeaWorld Orlando. I absolutely love it. I'm not even knocking it, but it does need a refresh, and I think they need to invest some money into making sure that the parks don't look like crap. I'll be honest. They're not. They still look like from when I went as a kid. They haven't really been updated that much, so I think they need to go in that way. When they did Mako and they redid that area up a little bit there, in the right direction. So they need to start doing that everywhere, and then they'll get their parks back up. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll get them back to where they need to be, and I think that'll probably will be the icing on the cake that saves them. That's what I believe anyway, but that's just me. That's what I believe. I don't know what you guys think, but that's what I think. What's the next thing? Oh, Schlitterbahn, Galveston. I heard today that the bank took the water park out in Texas. So now the bank has it, and they're looking to hopefully get a new owner for it soon. So the cookies and the dominoes are starting to fall for, the cookies are crumbling, the dominoes are falling on Schlitterbahn with all that stuff. So I think it's only a matter of time before that whole chain of water parks just engulf itself, and it's a done deal. That's just what it seems. It's sad to see stuff, but the way things are looking, you're gonna have people going to jail, and parks are gonna be closing. They're probably gonna have to sell them to pay off the loss. Well, they already did the lawsuit thing for $20 million, so that's probably done. And I hate to say it, but I think Schlitterbahn's goose is cooked, and I hate to even think that or say that. It's just what's happening. It sucks. All right, so there's a new food option at Six Flags New England, like I said in the title. And basically, in the extra queue that they had for Goliath, they put in it's like a family-style buffet thing. If you look on SFNEOnline's Facebook page, and even I even sent the picture out on my Twitter, AJ took the picture, and it shows the pricing and what foods include. So they got pastas, they got barbecue stuff, and they got salads and stuff. And some people love it, some people hate it. They're like, it doesn't fit. It's like Italian and barbecue all in one thing. They have it in a outdoor building thing next to a roller coaster. So there's a lot of going back and forth with this, and people don't know. I don't know. It's not open yet, and we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm going to try it, of course. I got to get back to doing my food reviews. Matter of fact, I'm going to record my food reviews this weekend at Lake Compounce and Quasi. So, yeah, so we're going to do that too, and, we're going to do that. But I just got to do what I didn't do. But like I said, I put out the 3 real quick because I was away, and I wanted to make sure I had video content scheduled while I was gone. So yeah, that's what I want to do is I want to record so many food reviews that I just keep stacking them up. And then I'm just going to release them on Fridays and be like, Foodie Fridays or something stupid like that. and then just put out one at a time. So it may take all year to, but it'll be good for the off season too, to have a nice arsenal of videos stashed. I got to get better in my scheduling of videos instead of just bam, 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 bam. I want to make sure I have a ton of content. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So yeah. So let's get into Wooden Warrior Day. I don't know how many are going. I don't know how many have never been to Quasi or Wooden Warrior Day for that matter of fact. But Wooden Warrior, it's a small wooden coaster out. It's about 30 minutes, depending upon where you're coming from. But for me, it's like 25, 30 minutes, 20 minutes past Lake Compounce. And small little park. It's nothing huge. It's a cute little park. I really enjoy going there. You can, like after you eat lunch, you can really get in and ride every ride a couple times and be done by like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock the latest. And then you can just drive back towards Lake Compounce, hop on in and then go, what do you call it? Get your fill on, get your fill in for Lake Compounce because I got to get my passes done. Damn allergies. And, I want to get some rides in, film some stuff at Lake Compounce, that good stuff. So that's what I'm going to be working on there. It'll be good. But anyway, so Wooden Warrior Day. So you're going to get a t-shirt. You're going to get ERT. You're going to get like an hour and a half or so ERT for Wooden Warrior. You're going to get food. So you get a buffet. You get an all-day ride bracelet. It's going to be nice. And it's good really for families, especially with small children, so that they can, you can ride the rides with the kids for the most part. And there's enough there to do for the kids. I mean, we're going in to ride Wooden Warrior. We're going to hit the rides up, and then out we go. I'll spend most of my time. Well, obviously the ERT, I got to enjoy that, and then I want to what do you call it? I want to do a bunch of filming there, and see what I can do. It'll definitely be a fun day. So we'll have video about that. We'll talk about that next week for sure. If you do go to Wooden Warrior, make sure you come up, say hello. We don't bite. You want to hang, we'll hang. Same thing if you see me at Lake Compounce. I know a lot of people have said, people have messaged me like, oh, I didn't want to bother you. I saw you, but I didn't say hi. Don't be bashful. I don't care. You're not bothering me. Just, what up? Come hang out. And then even if after you want to come hang out with us and ride stuff with it, by all means, come hang out. We're not full of ourselves. We always seem to attract a crew of people. We always have run around with a group of people, and we just have fun. That's what it's all about. So if any of you guys that are in there that want to be in and on the video, we can promote your stuff while we're doing the video. Edit it in, put it in. I got you. So yeah, there's that. So if you guys could, for those that are watching after, if you haven't, click that subscribe button. Share it. If you did like it, click the like button, of course. Also, if you guys could share it, get the word out as much as you can. I know a lot of people don't like to share stuff. I don't know why. Not a lot of people share things, and I get that. I know a lot of people are like, I gotta love it to be able to share it. I get that. But obviously the goal is to get to 1,000 subscribers. That's the main goal. So, but we're approaching 500. So hopefully we can get that, and then we give away the mystery box. I don't know. It's in the other room, the mystery box. But if you want to see the mystery box, obviously not going to see what's inside. But if you want to see the goofy green screen Wizard of Oz looking creepy video, it's just look under SFNEOnline in the playlist, and you can see what do you call it? You can see the video, and us talking about hit that notification bell, because evidently there's like a YouTube apocalypse again. But if you don't hit the notification bell, sometimes you don't see the stuff. A lot of people are getting hit with it, like even big YouTubers are getting hit with it. So the whole goal is I'm trying to get more people in this thing to enjoy and get in on it, because like I said last week, I want to do more collaborating within the New England area, the area that we cover, with all different, bloggers and vloggers and websites and fan sites and stuff. I feel the cross promotion with everybody, it helps everybody out. That's just what I'm thinking. You know, I'm a nice guy. I like to help people out. That's just how I am. Should Six Flags buy SeaWorld and Busch Gardens? I don't know how I feel about that, honestly. And while it would probably like look good on paper and sound good, it may be bad. And the only reason why I say that is up until we got to this point of, I mean, right now, SeaWorld and Busch Gardens are becoming like a Six Flags. If you guys remember, up until this whole Blackfish thing, a little bit before it, they used to be the big three that always like put immersive rides and attractions and had cool stuff, which was SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, and you had Disney and you had Universal. Those were the big three. Those were the parks that it was like, oh, they do the best theming, out of all the amusement parks. That was just the way it was. Now, because of their money issues, they can't go crazy like they once used to. They don't have the dough. So, the thing that I have is I would like somebody to buy it that can continue on to build it back up and get back to the way it was. I don't think Six Flags can do that. And the reason why I don't think Six Flags can do that is they don't have Six Flags as a company doesn't have the money like a Disney or a Universal. Six Flags doesn't have that kind of money to get immersive, even though I feel some of Universal's attractions are starting to become like Six Flags attractions. You know, they're not to the caliber that we would like to see them at, especially with the money they're spending. So I think Six Flags buying SeaWorld and Busch Gardens would probably be bad, because I don't know if Six Flags would stick to the tradition of how Busch Gardens theme their areas. I don't know if they would change that. I don't know if they would continue investing the money to continue good theming to it. I don't know. You know, I really don't know. If they could help the parks become better, reinvest in building them up, I think then yeah. If not, I hope somebody else can. I do feel that SeaWorld is heading into bankruptcy. And the only reason why I say that is because of this whole Blackfish thing and all the bad attention it gets. Usually, any media used to be good media, right? Any publicity used to be good publicity, whether it was good or bad. That's how it used to be. But in today's world, especially with, I don't know what happened. It's been going on for at least 10 years, 5 to 10 years has been going on. With all this politically correct things, and everybody's all like, you're a fascist, and you're this and that, and you didn't miss too much. And I just feel that the way that the world turned now, they just, if somebody is a great motivator, like I always said, Obama was a great motivator, because if you listen to his speeches, he could get the public motivated. He was really good at that. So if you can find somebody like an Obama or these people like at Peter that for somehow can manipulate people's brains to go, they're bad, there's Blackfish, and those kinds of people are what can sway people's minds. And I mean, if you look at the problem that they were having at amusement parks for Halloween time, because people were offended about mental patient haunts. You know what I'm saying? Like the way that the world is going, I don't know what's going on in people's brains. I just don't get it. I don't know why. And it's like did what do you call it? One of them bursts from the sun come down with radiation and just fry everybody's brain or most people's brains or something? I don't know what happened. People are getting offended over the most stupidest stuff. You know? I mean, I know it's like trying to teach an old dog new tricks. I know when I grew up, you could say all kinds of stuff, and you wouldn't get in any trouble. Pretty soon, yes, SD card memory for cameras, yep. Pretty soon, if you fought or you sneeze, you're going to get arrested. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that. The people that get... I know in the world, realistically, you should be nice to everybody, and I get that. People should just get along, but that's not human nature. So people are like, I don't like the mental patient theme, so let's change it because I'm offended. Why? That was the why are people offended now and not 30 years ago when they did that? That's why I get, I go blip, 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 you know what I'm saying? I agree with you, John. This generation is a bunch of lazy, whiny, good for nothing babies. I wouldn't say the whole generation, but most of it. And I was talking with my dad the other day when we were in work, and I said, we were talking, I forgot what it was. There was something. My father loves to talk politics. I stopped listening to politics. I just can't. I can't deal with the politics stuff. But we were talking about something, and I said to him, I said, I remember, I don't know how many years ago it was. One of my family members was saying, oh, I should just quit working and just collect like welfare and all that other stuff because me handout. Well, it seems like it's trickled down in this generation is, and I blame a lot of it on the parents. Like even like my age, I'm 40. So my age that are being parents and have kids, and my parents that there's some people like a little younger than I am, that are like flip their mind. So when you do something at an amusement park and they're like, I don't like that, I'm offended. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't get it. So I'm just like, I don't know. I closed out Facebook to hear this. Good. So yeah, like I said, I'm just hoping that with SeaWorld, they can find their footing. I don't want to see SeaWorld or Busch Gardens go anywhere. I don't want to see them go into bankruptcy whatsoever. I want to see them flourish and thrive. And like I said earlier, like with the Sesame Street stuff, I hope that starts getting people off their back about the Shamu thing. Because look, they're getting rid of the Kittyland that's themed to Shamu. Gone. See you later. There are plans in the works for making the enclosures bigger for Shamu. So I'm hoping that it doesn't revert to somebody like Cedar Fair or Six Flags or somebody having to buy SeaWorld and Busch Gardens to save them. They may have to separate them. Like somebody may have to buy SeaWorld and somebody may have to buy Busch Gardens because it's going to be a little pricey for a company just to outright buy. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what the company itself is valued at. They have, 3 SeaWorld parks. They have a bunch of water parks. They have the 2 Busch Gardens parks. I don't know what that translates to in dollars when you go to buy the company. But I feel they're going to claim Chapter 11 and they're not going to be able to get out of it. They're going to have to sell and somebody's going to have to buy it. That's just how I feel. I think that's what's going to happen if they don't get their act together. I'm hoping it doesn't get to that part because, if you think about it, you don't want to lose a place like SeaWorld. You don't. I mean, I think Six Flags, if they did buy it, could probably do some good with it. They'd have to do some cutbacks because I heard about all this money that they're spending, their expenses for taking care of all these animals. They may have to, kind of cut back and get rid of some of the stuff. I don't know what you get rid of, but you're going to have to you're going to have to kill off some, not kill off, but you're going to have to get rid of some of the exhibits, get rid of some stuff, bring it down, and maybe you're just going to become, yes, old Six Flags bought SeaWorld Ohio. So, if anything, I would rather see Six Flags buy out Busch Gardens, and hopefully they can keep the traditions, because Busch Gardens is feeling the pain because of the money issues that the company has as a whole. It's this whole crazy thing that's going on that obviously it's a trickle-down effect because as a whole the company ain't doing good, and they got to take, Busch Gardens seems to be doing a lot better than SeaWorld, but because Busch Gardens is doing better, they're going to make cuts to stuff, so Busch Gardens is getting cutbacks to pay for SeaWorld. It's crazy. So we'll have to see what happens down the road with all that stuff. I don't know. It's definitely something to watch. It's a crazy time that there's all these parks that are flourishing, and because of a documentary, it's like killing SeaWorld. But I heard it's not just that. Bad decisions leading before that led to what was going on. But see, I knew when SeaWorld was dropping, coming out with the IPO, I knew that was going to be a bad move. I knew it was going to be bad. Matter of fact, I think I called it on the Grove Show when that happened. I think I said it back then. I wish I could find out what episode it was. It might have been on Ustream. It might not have been YouTube. Regardless, anyway, yeah. So I feel that Yeah, I mean that's how I feel. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. It's definitely something to watch. So anyway, before we get going, we'll be at Wooden Warrior Day, and then we'll be Sesame Street replaces Shamu Kids. So that's one step in the direction of getting rid of Shamu. What they should do is, when you walk in the park, that whole front gate needs to be like redone. It's like a weird zigzag kind of thing once you get through the turnstile. But they need to get rid of the Shamu statue and put something else. They need to get all the emphasis off of Shamu. It's like caving in and giving in, but it's the only shot they got. Once they stop making it a show and make it educational, make the enclosure, make their home bigger, people will back off, people will return. Until you do that, plus they got to stop putting cool stuff in. I mean, this Rapids ride, that's a start. Mako was a start. Mako was helping bring people back. This should help a little bit because it's a new ride. The Sesame Street thing is obviously going to help bring families back. Kids still love Sesame Street, still on the air. And we'll see what comes after that. So who knows? But they really need to do something. They really do. But before we go, we got Wooden Warrior coming up, so you'll be we're also gonna do coverage on Facebook and stuff. So yeah, we're going to get stuff going. Yeah, I agree. Busch Parks are a better match to be with Six Flags. I totally agree with that. So tune in Saturday to the Facebook. We're gonna try and do some live video. We're gonna put updates throughout the day, and then once we're done with what do you call it? Wooden Warrior Day, we're gonna hop on over to Lake Compounds. Like I said, if you see us, say hi. Don't worry, I won't bite. Maybe unless you want me to or not. I don't know, but we don't bite. And next week we'll talk about Wooden Warrior Day. We'll talk about Lake Compounds opening, and we'll see what's going on in the world of other things. And we'll just keep rocking it. And we'll be back next week. So, like I said, next week's going to be good, and we'll see what happens. Hopefully by next week we hit the 500 mark, and then we'll make an announcement on Facebook about who the winner is. Because all we're going to do is we're going to take the 500 names of the 500 subscribers, throw it in a random number generator, and bam, that's how you get picked. There's no magical force. It just picks. If you're a subscriber and you win, we'll announce it out loud in a video on YouTube. Share it over there, and that way, see what happens. San Antonio parks are too close together. Well, that's kind of like what do you call it? Orlando. You got SeaWorld and Universal. Disney's a little further out. You got all the parks around there. It's just tough with all these parks. Obviously, some are going to die, some are going to thrive. You got to put to get people in the parks. If you want to win the park, in your area, you got to put the attractions and stuff. You got to have it priced at the right price. You got to have something that the customers want. SeaWorld does not have what the customers want right now, and that's why they're hurting. They don't know what the customers want. What you like for bribe? Just kidding. Mozzarella sticks. And also inside that mystery box, it's all kinds of cool, like Coaster memorabilia stuff from media days, stuff that parks have given me. I have so much stuff. I'm just like, let's just get rid of it. There might be I forgot. There's T-shirts. There's all kinds of stuff inside the box. It's a cool box. Like if you get the first box we gave away, I forgot who won it, but they were thrilled. They took a picture of it. They sent it to me. I think I have it somewhere on my computer. I don't know if I ever posted it. They were thrilled to death with the box. They loved the box. They thanked me like a million times over for the cool mystery box. And they couldn't believe that I put like all this cool stuff in the box. So I know some people watch this and go, I don't want to subscribe to this guy. Well, hey, you miss out. What can I tell you? You don't want to subscribe, you miss out on the cool stuff. That's just what it is. So, and I think at some point in the summer I got to make a walk by Rocky Point and then record the plaques, walk around, check it out, show people that don't live around here what it looks like now compared to what it used to look like. So you can kind of see the difference. Be like, what? So, yeah. Anyway, so we'll be back next Thursday, same bat time, same bat channel, and hopefully we hit that mark for 500 subscribers, and then we'll just start marching towards 1,000. It's gonna be awesome. So I will see whoever on Saturday. If not, I will see you next Thursday. Till next time, everybody, keep on coasting, y'all. Peace out.